Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the episode of the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. I'm your host, Eric Rodriguez, here every Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Time, 11 p.m. Eastern Time, here to talk about everything that is to know about the world of professional wrestling. Hope you guys had a great Friday. It is Friday, guys. Those, weekend warriors out there, guess what? You know, uh, tonight's the night to, watch the World Series. Hope you guys are watching it. It's the top of the ninth. I last time I checked, it was the ninth. It's tie 2-2. Dodgers, Yankees. I picked the Dodgers in five. Obviously, that's my opinion. Obviously, you Yankees fans out there, and I'm not that it's not that I'm like hating on the Yankees because my wife, she's a huge Yankees fan. But I don't know. I just don't want to see her getting her heart broken, and like I don't know. She's so invested in these games, and I'm just like, you know what? I hate it, but I know the Dodgers are gonna win. It just basically the main question is how many games it's going to take because the Dodgers, in my opinion, feel like they have way more consistent hitters than the Yankees. Giancarlo Stanton, Juan Soto, also Aaron Judge. But on the Dodgers side, you got Freeman, you got Betts, and then you also have Shohei Ohtani. And I don't know. It seems like in the big spots, Giancarlo Stanton kind of shrinks a little bit. But of course, obviously that's my opinion. This is a wrestling podcast, so let's start talking about some wrestling. We have a great show for you today, all lined up. We're going to talk about some WWE Smackdown preview. We're going to talk about, give you guys some hot takes, maybe some of my predictions. And then we're going to talk about my Thursday night wrestling review. We're going to talk about Ring of Honor TNA. And then we're going to talk about, in our third segment, we're going to talk about NXT Halloween Havoc. In our fourth segment, we're going to talk about Mercedes Moné names her top five fantasy matches. We're going to get into that. And then our fifth and final segment, something we do every Friday. I want to give you guys my wrestling news roundup. Just giving you guys some wrestling headlines. That's obviously all over news media in terms of professional wrestling. I want to give you guys some of my hot takes on that, and just something to ponder over the weekend. But of course, before we do any of that, I want to remind you guys to go ahead and hit up the tips and donations link. Also, hit up that super chat. Whether if you got a burning question you want to ask during the show, or if you got a hot take in terms of professional wrestling here at the GSMC Sports Network, we do love a lot of peace, love, and positivity 1,010%. So do not be shy. This show is all about keeping the conversation going, making sure you guys feel like your hot takes are part of the mix. Also, feel like, that you guys, this is our podcast more or less. It's our wrestling podcast. It's not just me yelling at the mic for like an hour, which would be exhausting. Definitely love a lot of audience engagement, 1,010%. So do not be shy. Don't feel like anything you guys put in the chat will be judged here at the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast is a judgment free zone. I don't want to, appeal, to all that Planet Fitness out there, but, we're going to coin it here. I'm just kidding. Don't want to get sued. But overall, just feel comfortable. Absolutely drop anything you guys feel like inside that chat. And if you really, really, really want to make sure your comment, question, or hot topic or hot take gets noticed on air, why not use that super chat? It's that dollar sign below with the chat box. Anything you put inside that box will be featured on the show, talked about, and if it's a hot, juicy topic, maybe we can actually debate about it. We can have some fun. Obviously go ahead and send in your message. Obviously, donating supports the channel. The GSMC Sports Network, we definitely pride ourselves on satisfying you, the audience, making sure that you guys feel like you are well nourished in terms of anything that you guys desire in terms of your sport content. And we have a bunch of passionate podcasters who are dying to do that, who are dying to make sure that you guys, get all the hot news around, baseball, basketball, football, and basically anything. In this case, professional wrestling. So, don't be shy. Go ahead and drop it inside that thought. And if you guys, obviously, thank you in advance. First and foremost, thank you in advance. We are super grateful for each and every one of you guys who joins us here daily on the GSMC Sports Network. Your support makes all the difference. So let's keep the conversation going. Let's get this party started and send in those super chats, those super stickers, because you guys are super awesome. And together we will make sure this podcast is bigger, better, and stronger than ever. Once again, it's super chat, not your thing. It's all cool, man. It's all good. Go ahead and hit up the tips and donations link at the GSMCpodcast.net. Shoot me your comments, questions, and concerns. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. Just remember, to Superman punch that like and subscribe button to the show. Follow the show, follow the network here at the GSMC Sports Network. We do love a lot of peace, love, and positivity 1010% of the time. But of course, in terms of talking sports, it's inevitable. There's going to be some disagreements, different takes. It's going to be criticism. So obviously, whatever you guys put in the chat, feedback is a gift. So I'm definitely excited to hear what you guys have to say. So once again, we are wide open. Don't feel too shy. Go ahead and drop in any kind of any kind of thoughts or feelings inside that chat. All right, we have WWE Smackdown tonight. First and foremost, going to be live from the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, which I love, I feel like the Barclays Center is a huge part of the history of WWE. Obviously, I think that was the first ever Monday Night Raw that was aired. WWE SmackDown, returning to the Brooklyn venue is, I feel like there's a lot of things that happen. I don't know if it's just my, maybe it's just, what is the word, like a coincidence. Or, maybe it's just like a manifest destiny that I feel like every single time these guys jump into this venue, something big, something that you got to wrap your, head around happens and you're like, the shock factor will blow your mind kind of thing. So I feel like tonight's SmackDown is going to be pretty huge. Obviously, last week you had Cody Rhodes inviting the WWE World Heavyweight Champion Gunther to their show. So it's going to be interesting to find out these two going at it. Recently, you've seen at a WWE live event in Manchester, England, you saw these guys tank center stage, standing in the middle of the ring, talking about, their match at WWE Crown Jewel. Not much, crap talking, not much, I don't know, just not much. Like, I don't want to say this because I don't want it to sound bad. Not really that much theater play. You more or less kind of have these guys be like, you know what? May the better man win. Mutual respect. I don't want it to get to the point where I feel like you kind of have to choose sides between Gunther and Cody Rhodes because, this whole new concept that Triple H introduced at WWE Bad Blood, that we're going to have the WWE Crown Jewel Champion for the men's and the women's. That's all cool and all. It's a nice shiny belt. But all in all, I just don't want it to affect the storyline, I guess you can say. If a superstar gets too humble, or maybe somebody on the other side of the spectrum gets too hot on it and they just want to, throw their character away to be like, okay, let's just start trash talking. Let's just start talking mess. We're just gonna just start, babbling on aimlessly, and it's supposed to make sense at the end of the day, which could definitely kind of hurt a superstar if they're trying to do that. So tonight, I don't really want to see Gunther come out and be like, Cody Rhodes, you're this and that, and you're the other. So I don't know. I just want these guys to kind of go at it. I want them to be like, made the better man win. Raw or SmackDown, and, let it be that. So definitely, that's going to be in the books. The Motor City Machine Guns. Excuse me. Got their first win and their first, shot at tag team gold inside the WWE squared circle. They're set to face off against Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano to find out who's going to be that number one contender to take down, the Tongans. Tamatonga Tangaloa. I feel like, recently on WWE Monday Night Raw, you saw Jey Uso lose his WWE Intercontinental Championship. So I feel like, and obviously this might be just like a hunch that I have, that I feel like WWE wants all these superstars to get into this bloodline civil war without titles, without championships, which is the right thing to do. And the Motor City Machine Guns, they could possibly be that answer. They can. Definitely 1,010%. Shelly and obviously Sabin, they have the talent to do so. And then also DIY too. DIY was, they were the champions, and then you saw the Tongans come in and, they beat them. So I want to see DIY regain the tag team titles. And, I want to see the tag team division on Monday Night Raw kind of, on SmackDown, even on Monday Night Raw. You know what I mean? I feel like the tag team division in WWE is kind of like a lack thereof. But I don't know. It all starts tonight. It all starts tonight. I think DIY will pick up the victory, and that's just in my opinion. They're going to put the belts back on Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano because they're absolutely sensational inside the ring. Their match with the Motor City Machine Guns, they could definitely they can make a mark in WWE. It doesn't necessarily have to be now. Just because they're a brand new, brand spanking new. It's like when you get a brand new toy and you play with it all the time and it becomes your favorite toy and you want to do this and that and the other, you want to take it to the store with you and all that kind of jazz. But I feel like, WWE could keep it on the back burner. A lot of people know that this tag team is, very, very good. So I want to see DIY regain those WWE Tag Team Championships. Just kind of start fresh. It's kind of start fresh. All right, we also have Carmelo Hayes, who is, fighting in Game 7 tonight with Andrade to find out who's going to, at a potential shot at LA Knight's United States Championship. Obviously, these three men have been, in and out of promos with each other and matches and stuff like that. So, I don't know. It's just kind of crazy. We are 8 days away from crowning the first ever Crown Jewel champion. Maybe, Liv Morgan comes and, she infiltrates Nia Jackson. Maybe we'll get a little bit more clearance on if Tiffany Stratton basically, is she going to put up a fight against Nia Jax? Because as of right now, I don't buy it. I feel like Liv Morgan has no chance at Nia Jax. The only reason why I feel like they would put these two people, these two titles, matches together, I feel like is to have Tiffany Stratton kind of have this, you know, I feel like to kind of have this heart to heart talk with herself that's going to be like, look, like, Nia Jax, she's been kind of been treating me like crap. She's been treating me like crap. I'm a huge star in WWE. I'm Mrs. Money in the Bank, baby. So I think it's fitting. And Tiffany Stratton has to cash in on Nia. She just has to. She just has to at WWE Crown Jewel. Why would you do it with Liv Morgan? Liv Morgan has her storyline with Rhea right now, with Raquel. Obviously, more things are to come with Monday Night Raw. Just kind of leave that kind of sector alone. I kind of said it on my way too early WWE Crown Jewel predictions. I basically said if Tiffany Stratton cashes in successfully on SmackDown, I mean on Nia Jax, then she can stay on SmackDown. If she doesn't, then she should probably go to Monday Night Raw. She'd probably move to Monday Night Raw. Nia Jax, is going to be really furious that Tiffany Stratton tried to cash in on her, but then failed. So then we're just going to see back to back to back to back weeks an episode of SmackDown with Tiffany Stratton kind of being bullied by Nia Jax. So nobody wants to see smash match after smash match after smash match of Nia Jax destroying Tiffany Stratton, because overall that could destroy Tiffany's push, that could destroy her character. So I feel like right now in terms of WWE, Tiffany Stratton needs to, she needs to win the championship. That's just basic. She needs to win the championship. She's definitely been one of the most exciting Mrs. Money in the Bank, in a long time. Obviously, I did love, when Carmelo was Mrs. Money in the Bank. I thought it was pretty cool. But I don't know. Tonight's Friday Night SmackDown is going to be super exciting. Can't wait to watch it. All right, so now we're going to talk about my Thursday night wrestling review. We're going to talk about TNA Impact and Ring of Honor. So do not go absolutely anywhere.